Cash Cow back with another video, guys. Now today is important to me. It's Juneteenth, of course. So happy Juneteenth to anybody celebrating that. Today is important to me because my first video that I did was on Juneteenth comics. I broke in with YouTube doing that as my first video. So this is my third video. My second year overall, so it's basically like an anniversary for my YouTube on Juneteenth. That's my first video. That's when I first uploaded it. That's when I started it. Took a chance and seen what happened. Now, guys, if anybody's new to this channel, Juneteenth comics, I tend to show the black characters or African American characters that I've collected throughout the year, and it rolls over into the next year. But with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and get started with that. Alright, first one, we got Teen Titans number 45. Hopefully you guys can see that. The glare ain't too bad on that. This is the first appearance of Bumblebee, which I don't know if it's really getting some traction. We've seen Bumblebee in the cartoon and animated parts. We haven't, I don't think we'll see her in the movie part. We don't know. It depends on if they expand the roster with the Teen Titans. If they get a successful movie, maybe they'll do another one. I mean, the show was pretty successful on HBO Max, so we'll see on that one, right? Fingers crossed. It was good, though. So that's the first appearance of Bumblebee. Next, I got Blade number 1, the 1990 series. And I think this is, hopefully, yeah, that's better. This is his second series. Yeah, his second series. So I was just like, hey, I'm trying to stack up on them Blade number 1s. So I found this for a decent price. I know eventually we're going to get Blade the way they're, I guess, revising or rewriting the script, new director or something. So it's just going to take a little bit of delay, and then eventually it'll get out to us. And when it do, Blade is going to explode. Alright? Next. Got Black Dynamite number 1. First appearance of this character. It's actually like a homage. I think it's like, it kind of reminds me of Luke Cage Hero for Hire number 1. It's got like the same colors, got that yellow, that red, or that gold. It's gold or yellow. It's popping, red, got a little black in the background. That's his first issue. So, hey, I snatched me one up. I've been wanting that for a while. Next. Got Naomi number 1, the first print. I think this goes all the way up to maybe the 5th print, if I'm not mistaken. So, we know we got the show for one season, and then CW canceled it. I don't really think they're going to do anything else with this character right now. So it's definitely falling in value. Like, I was able to get this for under $10, you know. But when it was first out and it was hot and the hype and the show was coming out, these things were easily selling for over $50. But hey, I'm, you know, nice little spec, and I didn't pay $50 or higher than what other people was paying for it. So hey, I'll take that. Next. We got the red, white, and black, the Truth number 1. First appearance of Isaiah Bradley. Now, I know this one is definitely flying under the radar right now. A lot of people kind of, after the season ended with the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, people kind of start to lay off of those comics with that. But it's speculation that he's going to appear back in the new Falcon movie, so I don't understand, you know, why it's a cold key right now. But hey, you know, to each his own. snatched me up a few copies. So finally got that. Been wanting that for a while. Had to finally wait for a lull period to get it where it wasn't too hot. Pounced on it. Next, we got Jungle Action #5. This is the first solo story of Black Panther. This is probably like my fourth or fifth copy of this book. This one's pretty beat up, but I like the Jungle Action series with Black Panther in it. So I was like, why not? You know, took a chance on it. Moving along, we got, I want to say this is the New Avengers #1. It's the first appearance of Azuri, which happens to be one of Black Panther's sons in the comics. So I'm kind of in a tour between this. I don't know, because if you see the end of Black Panther, then they introduce his son. But his son's name is completely different than the comics version of both his sons in the comics. So I don't know how they're going to go with that. But I was like, I want to read up more on, his kids. So I decided to get that. We'll see if that... And this is his son, like, in a different dimension. So that might be more of an outstretch than something else. We'll see how it goes, right? This is the first appearance of Sinister Six Pt.III. And it's the first appearance of Iron Spider, which happens to be Miles Morales' uncle. So he went from the Prowler to Iron Spider. I told you guys, I feel like this comic is going to get hot. It's only a matter of time. They could introduce it. They could have it where when they finally put Miles Morales on the big screen, they can do this version of the Sinister Six in the future. We'll see. But I mean, you got Spot in there. You got Sandman. You got Hobgoblin, Electro, the woman version. You got some characters, guys. But I got a feeling about that comic. I think that comic is going to do very well. Next, we got Marvel Comics #36, which happens to be the first appearance of T'Challa, which happens to be Black Panther's other son in the comic books. This, I'm kind of thinking that that's the way they're going to go with Black Panther's son in that storyline. This book is flying under the radar right now. I end up getting it in a set, so I'm definitely going to read that when I get time. I think this one is going to be a good spec coming up in the future. It's a magazine, kind of, so it's got a few more pages than it normally would, but I feel like that's going to eventually get the attention it's supposed to get, guys. Just saying. Next, we got Luke Cage Power Man #17, which is the first Luke Cage as Power Man. I miss Luke Cage. I ain't gonna lie to you. I miss the show. I miss it dearly. Like, Luke Cage was a good series. Daredevil was a good series. I even like Jessica Jones. Punisher definitely was off the chain. Man, I'm hoping they bring Luke Cage back out. I really want them to do that storyline again. Like, they could continue right from where that point left off, because I was happy with the show. And if you ask a lot of people, they were happy with the show on Netflix as well. Alright, next one. We got Captain America #341, which is the first appearance of Lamar Hoskins as Battlestar. Now, we remember Lamar Hoskins on The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. This is another one of those specs. He was killed off in the show, so you know how that goes. Truly, when they kill you off the way they killed him off, I'm pretty sure we ain't gonna see him anytime soon. But I liked him in the show. He was a decent supporting character. I think he was really pretty good. He was definitely good for what he needed to be in the show. Next, we got Jungle Action number 17, which happens to be the death of Eric Killmonger. Now, Eric Killmonger is killed totally different this way than he was in the movie. In this one, it's like he's trying to kill Black Panther, and the kid pushes him off the cliff or something, and he dies. I like Eric Killmonger. I ain't gonna lie to you. I definitely like Eric Killmonger. I feel like he was one of the most valuable villains, well, shoot, overall characters we got in the MCU in a long time. I put him up there. I feel like he was iconic, just like Thanos was. Like Killmonger, they could have did a part 2 which they did with Black Panther, and he could have been the villain again. I think people still would have tuned in because, man, Michael B. Jordan put it down as the character for that. Man, Killmonger was phenomenal. Some people was even wanting them to do the storyline where Killmonger takes over as Black Panther. That was how iconic he was once, Chadwick passed away. We don't know. I mean, the comic books has it where Killmonger is resurrected, so they could eventually tap into that storyline down the road. We'll see how that goes. Next, got Killmonger number 1, which is his first solo series, starting number 1. Definitely had to get this because, like I said, I love Killmonger. Killmonger's my guy. So I was like, well, when I found out, I'm like, wait a minute, he has a number 1? And it's pretty cheap. It's pretty cheap. Now, he do have a variant cover of his number 1 that's it's kind of expensive. I forgot the name of the author for the variant cover, but if you guys get a chance to check out Killmonger number 1, it's a variant cover that's really expensive. Well, it's getting up there, but it's hard to obtain. If that's the route you want to go, if you're a Killmonger fan, by any means, hey, have at it. Alright? Because I'm going to try to get me one. Next, we got Gunslinger Spawn number 1. Now, I am trying to get my hands on the first appearance, the first cameo, and the first full appearance of Gunslinger Spawn. Oh, man, just bear with me on that. Man. We'll see how that goes, y'all. Like, those books go fast. They go fast. Alright, getting almost to the end. Next, got me another Luke Cage number 1. Can't go wrong with Luke Cage. I got this for like maybe $60. And I was like, wow, this comic has really dropped. Which I understand, he's out of sight, out of mind. The community moves on. They don't really, like, once a movie's been there, done, comics start dropping like that. But I like Luke Cage, and I definitely had a graded version of him, and I'm gonna get this one graded, and we'll see where that goes. I think, honestly, when I do get this graded, this might be around the same grade as that one. Might be. But hey, it come out of 0.5, I'm happy. But I know it's complete, so hey, that's all that matters. And the last one, but not least, we got a higher grade of Black Panther. Fantastic Four number 52. This has gotta be, I'm saying 5.0 or higher. It's definitely a better grade than the one I had. The one I had was a 1, I think was a 1.5? Or, no, it was a 1.0. It was really beat to crap. The cover was tore up, all that stuff. But this one, man, this thing is clean. I got this from my local comic shop. And he had it, and he made a deal with me. And I was like, I'm getting that. I want a better grade of Black Panther. So that's what I went after. I wanted a better grade of it. Don't judge me, but I wanted a better condition of it. I was like, hey, if he got it at a decent price that I can afford, why the heck not? I'm gonna get on that. You know, I ain't gonna pass it up. You know, hey, what would you have did? But with that being said, guys, that concludes my Juneteenth comics part 3. This is the 3rd video. Just hard to believe that it's already been 2 years with this YouTube, and just seeing where the channel has grown from and where I started. I appreciate all you guys. I love you. Continue to just be driven by passion. You know, have fun with this. Like I say all the time, it's a hobby. Do your thing. Be safe. Don't try to, screw nobody over on no deals. Be honest, complete with each other. And I think everything else will take care of itself, right? With that being said, it's Cash Cow, another video. I'm out. Happy Juneteenth to you guys celebrating it. I'm out.